Hello friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jules. I'm here to do a romance reading vlog. I know, who am I? I don't typically read romances. I like to read romances around Christmas time. I'm a big Christmas romance girly. The rest of the time, my romances are usually if I'm reading a fantasy. I don't really care for romances and thrillers. Like, that's just kind of not my jam. I don't mind romances and cozy mysteries as long as they're not heavy on the romance. But yeah, a good rom-com, I do like those. If they're funny, I'm here for it. So I do have a few romances that I'm gonna pick up. The first one, y'all, I can't see the synopsis on the back of these books. They're tiny. Why are they so tiny? My old eyes are not happy. I typically have progressives that I wear, but they're so like scratched up. Like the lens quality was like awful. I need to get new ones. So now I just have regular distance on. So I usually have to take my glasses off to see and read like really up close. So hoping to read 3 books for this vlog. I have Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn. I have Love Unwritten by Lauren Asher. This is the second book in the Lakefront Billionaires series. I read the first one, loved it. It's a little spicy, but I loved it. And then the third book comes out next week after my birthday. And then the third book I picked up because it was just staring at me on my shelf and it kind of matched all these others. And I was like, oh, I got to read that one too. Is Recipe for a Charmed Life by Rachel Linden. This is the author of The Magic of Lemon Drop Pie. Absolutely loved that book. And then the third book comes out, I believe in September, and it's beautiful as well. So I need to own all of them. So let's see if I can read these synopses for you. For a moment, we're just gonna do the old lady glasses on top of the head, okay? This is white. Why are these white and so hard to read? I need new eyeballs, y'all. Don't get old, don't have bad eyes. Scotty Price just started a new job and it's a real sausage fest. She's the only woman on a team filled with Brads and Chads. Expecting a bachelor pad atmosphere, she is quickly corrected when she finds out everyone is happily married. In an effort to impress her boss, Scotty mentions her non-existent husband in a company meeting, but eagle-eyed Chad points out her lack of a wedding ring. Panicked, Scotty creates a story about her unhappy marriage. Unfortunately for Scotty, her boss has a solution, a one-on-one session with the best marriage counselor in the Northeast, who happens to be her boss's husband. With no way out of her lie, Scotty agrees to see him. Frantic, she calls in help from her best friend, who sets her up with his brother, an improv-obsessed millionaire. Enter Wilder Wells. More than happy to take on the job, he teaches Scotty the main rule of improv. Always say yes. But the rule backfires during the session when Wilder signs up for an 8-day summer marriage camp with all of Scotty's coworkers, where she'll have to share a cabin with her way too handsome fake husband. Okay, eyeballs back on. Yeah, so I'm already almost halfway through this book, and y'all, this book is freaking hilarious. I absolutely love this book. So Wendy did warn me that her books can be spicy. I've not read from her. This is my first book. I do own How Your Neighbor Stole Christmas, but I didn't get to it last year. I didn't have time. So I definitely plan on reading that this year. But y'all, this book is so funny from the jump, okay? It starts off with some cussing, just so y'all know. If you don't like cursing in your books, probably not the book for you. It was freaking funny to me. So it starts off with like people saying like, F you, no F you. And she's like, oh, it's good to be back in New York. So she used to be married and she's divorced. And so she moved back to New York, you know, to try and have a career. So she's at this job, like it says in the synopsis, there's tons of guys. She's like one of the only females except for her boss. And they're in this meeting and they're all talking about, yeah, me and my wife are going to go do this, or we're going to do this weekend. What are your plans? And like, she's just sitting back listening to all of them talk about all their couple dates they're going to go on and stuff. And her boss is like, oh, what about you? Do you have any plans this weekend? And she just like panics. And she's like, yeah, me and my husband are going to go do this. She's like, and I love that this book, first of all, the audio, so good. It has a male and female narrators, so you get both sides, which I love because you get that chemistry in the whole story. And you also get her inner monologue. So like after she says something, she'll be like, why the did I just say that? It is so funny. So she gets called out and basically has to lie about why she doesn't have a ring on and that she's having marital problems and they're kind of on a break. And so then, her boss is like, oh, my husband can help you. He's like the best marriage counselor there is. And so she's panicking and has to she sets up for this marriage appointment, but doesn't have a husband to go with her. So she's out with her friends and they're like, why would you do that? And so one of her friends suggests the other friend, who's a male, go pretend to be her husband. And he's gay. He's like, I'm gay. He's like, there is no way anyone is going to believe that I am married to her. He's like, wait, let me call my brother and see if he'll do it. Because he's not working because he's rich and he's all into this improv acting. And so he says yes at the jump. He's like, absolutely. Sounds like a good time. So he shows up. They go to this counseling meeting. It is so funny. I was cackling the entire time. And then by the end of their session, they are roped into going to this marriage camp. It's an 8-day marriage camp. And he paid for it because he's a millionaire. So he's like, yeah, well, let's go. And she's like, are you kidding me? She's like, did you not get the memo on what we were supposed to do? I literally just wanted it to make it look like we were having problems and there's no helping us. And he's like, well, now we have to go save our marriage. And she's like, there is no marriage. So, and he's all in it. He's like, I ain't got anything better to do. So they take off and go to this marriage camp. And it is so funny. The room, I'm not even going to say anything. They have to share a bed. They share a room, bed, everything. You know, obviously they have an attraction to each other, but they haven't really like started getting feelings for each other yet. Well, just barely. I'm just barely at the part where they're starting to get feelings for each other. But this book is stunning. There's actually pictures inside of it, a couple of them. Oh, I just missed another one. I don't know where it was at, but I love some fun artwork in this book. Plus it's just stunning. So yeah, I'm having such a good time with this book. Y'all, it's hotter than Hades here in Kansas City. 95 degrees. I just got done visiting with my mother. It was actually a good visit today. I'm gonna come back up probably tomorrow again to see her since it is my birthday tomorrow. I thought I would bring up a cupcake for her. She loves sweets and cupcakes now. But I thought I would come in with an update. I have had the worst headache since Friday morning. Today is Saturday. So pretty much all day yesterday, I was not feeling great. If I start moving around, it's because my phone arm thing is like loose. I need to figure out how to tighten it. I finished Till Summer Do Us Part this morning. I absolutely loved that book. It was so good. The banter between Scotty and Wilder was just so good. I loved their chemistry. There is definitely some spice toward the end. Like I said, I didn't hit really any spice. I mean, there were talk of like sexual things or sex toys and things like that, but like all in a like lighthearted, funny way. So I was just dying laughing through literally the first half of this book. And it was still funny, like for most of the book at the end too, but obviously the spice does come into play. But it wasn't like a cringe spice. Like, I think just because of their relationship and their banter, like I didn't mind it. But it's definitely spicy. So if you don't like spice, don't pick up this book. But if you don't mind it, or you can like skip over it, I highly recommend. It's such a good time. And I also like that they actually have deeper conversations about like serious situations, about mental health. Wilder's brother went through a bout of suicidal tendencies and some depression, and so it does kind of touch on that a little bit. So Scotty was previously married. She did not have a good marriage. She's divorced. While they're at this marriage counseling camp with her fake husband, it brings up a lot of like issues that she had with her previous marriage. So she's like touching on real emotions but with a fake husband. So it does talk about like communication issues and how to communicate with your spouse. So like there are some serious conversations that do happen and serious connections that they make. So overall, I had a really good time with this book. So I'm going to give this one 5 stars, you guys. I'm not a romance girly, but this book was delightful. So I'm getting ready to run into Five Below and Target just to kind of look. I need to get a couple things and then I'm gonna head back home. I don't know how much reading I'll do today because my head is killing me still. Not as bad as yesterday. Like last night was bad. I didn't hardly do anything but just like vegged out and existed. Today it's been intense, but I did just take a bunch of medicine like an hour ago and I do feel like it is starting to have a little bit of relief. So I'm probably gonna do this and then I may go home and take a nap. Hello friends, I am back. It is still Saturday. I'm happy to report that I feel a little more human. So my visit with my mom went good. She was doing pretty good today. She actually didn't really get sad at all. So she seemed happy and I just sat with her for a while and chatted about whatever. There were some times that she was actually trying to have a conversation, but I just kind of go along with it because I don't know what she's talking about, but it was a good visit. And then I ran to Five Below. I got some things I'm going to show you. Went to Target. I only got one thing there. And then I came home. I tried to take a nap. I couldn't sleep, but I laid down for like an hour and was just kind of like scrolling reels on my phone. Then I got up, took a shower. My headache seems to be gone. So I think I'm good. Like I still feel like I have a little bit of like brain fog, but like my head doesn't hurt, which is what's important. Okay, but I thought before I did my haul I would read the synopsis of this book for you. I've only read 2 chapters of this. I'm gonna take my glasses off because I don't have my progressives, so I can't see I can't read the back of this with those on. This says, so it has 2 different POVs. So we have Raphael. It says, Ellie Sinclair is a hopeless romantic who writes love songs. I'm a struggling workaholic who could inspire 100 breakup albums. On paper, we have nothing in common except for my son. For 8 months, I avoid her until our summer trip. 14 days, 2 islands, and 1 nanny I shouldn't be attracted to. Spending time with Ellie is expected, but enjoying her company, that isn't part of our travel plans. After my divorce, I swore to protect my heart at all costs, even if it means breaking hers in the process. And then we have Ellie, and hers says, what's worse than working for a grumpy single dad? Admitting that I once had a secret crush on him in high school. Thankfully, Rafael Lopez and I have changed since we graduated from Wisteria High. He is a billionaire with a company to run and a child to take care of. I'm an unemployed songwriter he hired to watch his son and teach music. We coexist without any issues until a vacation changes everything. Lines blur and old feelings for Raphael return with a vengeance as I face a new dilemma. Being his son's nanny is one thing, but wishing for more sounds like a heartbreak song waiting to be written. Okay, so the whole nanny dad thing seems like it could be cringe, but it's not because they're the same age. So I kind of hate a book that has like a husband and wife and the nanny comes in and there's like a whole affair thing or whatever. So this is not that. So I'm glad for that. So he's obviously divorced, has a son, she's a live-in nanny, and that's but they are only a few years apart because it mentioned when in high school he was like Mr. Popular, everybody loved him, everybody had a crush on him, and she was a freshman when he was a senior. So that is doable as far as the age goes. I don't really have any thoughts on this yet because literally all I know is that they were at the house. The son was doing some music lessons with her. I guess he has something wrong with his eyes to where eventually he may be like legally blind or completely blind. So, and apparently Raphael, the dad, is upset about it, and the son is kind of seeming like something's wrong with him, and Ellie kind of talks to him and's like, what's wrong? And so he says, you know, I think my eyes are getting worse. And she's like, you need to talk to your dad. And he's like, I'm afraid to, because when they got his like diagnosis, he overheard his dad like in the bathroom like crying about it. So he doesn't want to upset his dad anymore. So I feel like this is going to be a sad one. I hope I don't cry in this, but anyway. Okay, so as far as some things I got, so I had to go to CVS to get Aleve Cold and Sinus D, which you have to get behind the pharmacy, which I had to pick up some prescriptions for my daughter anyway. So while I was there, I saw some things. I saw these. We always have to get Halloween Oreos every year. And then I saw the Reese's Pumpkins, but these ones had the cutest packaging. Look, it's the Great Pumpkin. And on the back, it has the wrappers are all in a bunch of different designs. So I saw it and I was like, that will be perfect for junk journaling. So that's why I got these. I mean, I was going to get them anyway, but like I chose those over the regular ones. Okay. Then when I was at Five Below is my biggest thing, but let me just show you what I got at Target. I found the minis, the mini witch's brews. So I got a 12 pack of those. Okay. So from Five Below, I got some nails. Aren't those so pretty? I got this Sweet and Creepy coloring. It looks so fun. We love a fall Halloween coloring book. I got 2 sticker books, and they're color your own stickers. So I got volume 4 and 5. So you just color them, and they're stickers. And they looked fun. So I was like, I like to color, and I like stickers. So I was like, well, why not? And then I did buy, I'm just gonna pop, I'm not gonna show real quick. Like, I bought some foot masks and some stickers for some goodie bags that I'm making. That's just a quick peek. You can't see them. And then I bought some strawberry shortcake stickers. Are those not the cutest? I have a couple of scrapbook pages that I'm gonna do. One is like a strawberry themed because of my strawberry boba. So I have the packaging from that. So I'm gonna do like a strawberry theme. And then I have the lemon pound cake that I'm gonna make, which I wish there was a lemon on here, but there's not. But there's lemon meringue on there. Anyway, I'm gonna do a strawberry and lemon strawberry shortcake themed like layout. And then I had to get some candy. I always look at the candy at Five Below because they have like different things. So I saw these Laffy Taffy fruit combos. They're like 2 kinds, 2 flavors. When Gwen was here, we had these 4D peach fruit bursts. We had these in our gummy salad. So I got some more of them because I like them. But then they also have pineapple ones and strawberry ones. So I think I'm gonna put all 3 of these in a bag, and it'll just be my like little 4D gummy salad. And then I saw these Harry Potter gummies, limited edition. So yeah, love Harry Potter, love gummies, had to get them. Gummy halos, these are my favorite. And then I saw this package of, I like Tootsie Rolls. I like flavored Tootsie Rolls. I like regular Tootsie Rolls, and I like the fruit Tootsie Rolls. So I saw these Harvest Chews. They're fall flavored ones. They have sweet cinnamon, caramel apple, candy corn, and pumpkin spice. So hopefully they're good. I don't know. Now I wanted to show you a couple of gifts that I got for my birthday. So my birthday's tomorrow. So I probably will come on here at some point tomorrow. I mean, obviously my birthday will be way over by the time you see this, but Corinna sent me a package and Wendy sent me a package, and I know Gwen has a package coming. I think I'll have that Monday. I know Leah sent me something. I should have that tomorrow. So my friends are just the sweetest, but I wanted to show you. So Corinna bought me from my wish list. She got me some of these highlighters that I want to use for my Bible. And then she got me this Boho Dreams sticker book. Y'all, I've been loving stickers lately. I'm obsessed. So she got this from my wish list, and then she went ahead and sent me a bunch of stuff from her craft room. First of all, she made me this little card. She makes the cutest cards. But she sent me a die cut machine. She had an extra one. It's an older one, and she's like, I'm just going to send it to you. And I was like, that is the sweetest. She is so freaking sweet. So along with that die cut machine, she sent me some die cuts. So I have this one she sent, and then this one, it's a stamp and die cut. And then, oh, she also sent me a bunch of boards, the thing you put the die cut in, the plastic sleeve that you put the die cut in to roll it through the thing. She sent me like 4 of those. So that was nice of her. Another stamp set. And then this one is also a die cut and stamp set. And then she sent me a whole pack of stencils that are like letters and shapes and everything. Look at all those. And then another stencil, and look at the paw print stencil. And then she sent me this little ephemera paper pack thing. Look at this paper. Stunning. And then she sent me a whole bag of ink pads and a pack of watercolor markers. She's so sweet. She knows I've been crafting, and she is like the card making guru. And I love all the little die cut things she makes for cards. So I was like, I could totally use some of those on, you know, scrapbooks. Or my junk journal or whatever. So I was very excited for her to send me that. Thank you so much, Corinna. You're so sweet. And then Wendy got me from my wish list. She got me 2 books. She got me Goosebumps, Slappy World. It is the Monster Blood is Back. I don't have this one. And then she got me How to End a Love Story by Yulin Kwong, I think is how you say it. I don't remember whose vlog I watched. I watched somebody, I had just recently subscribed to this person. I was watching some of their vlogs, and she read this and loved it. And I was like, ooh, that sounds really interesting. So I added it to my list. You won't see many romances on my wish list, but I do have a few on there. And so I'm very glad that she got me this. And then she also got me this washi tape set. There's 42 washies in here, you guys. This is a good deal too. This was a good price on Amazon. Look how many is in here. Aren't they stunning? And they're different sizes. Like some of these are really big, and then medium, and then a bunch of smaller ones. I love washi tape too, y'all. I'm like obsessed. So anyway, I just had to show you guys all my stuff that I got lately that I either bought for myself or was sent. Okay, I can't get that back in. Oh, and I did buy this. I'm gonna show you what this is, you guys. My husband, I can't remember who told me about this. Oh, Haley's boyfriend told us about this spray. And so we got it. It is Dr. Teal's sleep spray. Oh, that lid was open, and now it's okay. It smells good. It is a calm blend. It is melatonin, lavender, and chamomile essential oils. Y'all, this stuff smells so good. You spray this on your pillow, you're having good dreams. I don't know what it is, but like ever since me and my husband started using this, like I think we just get in a deeper sleep and we actually dream. So my husband was like, we need some more of that. We use it every single night, and it smells, I can smell it right now because it just leaked a little bit. It smells so good. So y'all need to buy this. Amazon 3-pack was like 15 bucks. I had told Gwen about it, and she's like, oh, I need that. And so I sent her one of my bottles because it comes in a pack of 3. I sent her one of my bottles earlier in the year, and she said her and Daniel love it. And she's like, we're always going to use this stuff. So definitely try it if you want some like aromatherapy when you go to sleep. It smells good. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna go downstairs. I made pizza rolls for dinner, so I'm gonna go eat and watch a movie with my husband. I'm so glad my headache is gone. I'm hoping it stays gone so that I can have a good day on my birthday and not feel like crap. Okay, I'll check back with you guys later. Hello friends, coming in with some updates. Don't mind my hair. I was at the lake today. I had a great birthday today. I didn't do a lot this morning, just made breakfast like normal. And then we went over to my cousin's house. She lives at a lake. And so we swam for a couple hours. And then I went to an antique store with my cousin because she has a booth there. So she had to put a few things out. And then we went to a few different places and got free birthday treats. So we planned on stopping at Nothing Bundt Cakes anyway, because it was over by us. And we were going to take one to my mom because we were going to go visit my mom and just eat cupcakes with her. So we stopped and got a cake, and then my cousin was like, I think they do a free one for your birthday. And so I asked, and I got a free cake for my birthday. So we did that, and then Ulta was right next door to it. So we went in there, and they had like 5 different things you could choose from. So I picked something from Ulta, and then we went into Bath and Body Works, and theirs is you get a free item if you purchase something, but there's like no limit on the amount you have to spend, but you get up to like a $9 item. So their hand soap was on sale. So I got a fall hand soap for $2.49, and with tax I paid like $3. And then I got a room spray that's almost $9. So that was a win. And so then we went and visited my mom, and it was a good visit. And so then I came home and I had packages on my stairs. So a couple of my friends sent me some gifts. So I thought I would show you what I got. I bought myself a gift. I ordered it the other day and it was due to come here today. So I love strawberry shortcake. So I bought myself a shirt. That was a present to myself. And then my friend Leah bought me Garlic and the Witch. I have already read this. I have the second one, but I didn't own the first one, so I wanted to own it because these are so cute. You can just read them over and over. So I have that. And then she got me No Place Left to Hide by Megan Lawley. So I had this on my list. It looks good. I'm excited to get to it. And then my friend Tammy got me some things. She ended up getting me The Magical Lemon Drop Pie. I have already read this, but I wanted to own it. And then she also got me some crafty stuff because she knows I've been crafting. So I had this cottagecore sticker book on my list, my Amazon list. So she got me this. I'm very excited for all the stickers I've been getting. And then she got me the Pumpkin Spice Cafe coloring book. I had this on my list for fall. It looks very cute and cozy. And then she got me this I Love Scrapbooking bag. Isn't it cute? I can put my little, tape or scissors or whatever in it. I'm very excited for that. So I'm so thankful for my friends. Thank you for everyone who got me something for my birthday. Y'all are the sweetest. I think I've got, like I said, I have a couple more things coming today or tomorrow. So I will show you guys what I get when I get those. So updates on this book. I am on page 175, so not quite halfway, but I'm enjoying it. I'm not loving it as much as the first book, but it's still okay. There was an accident that happened with Raphael's son, and he blamed Ellie for it, for keeping a secret, basically. Because the son told Ellie something and was like, don't tell my dad. And she's like, well, you're going to have to tell him. You need to tell him within the next whatever days, or I'm going to tell him. Well, something happened in the midst of this from his eyesight. His eyesight's getting worse, but he didn't want to tell his dad because his dad is super upset about it. And she's like, you need to tell your dad. And he tripped over something that he didn't see and busted his chin open. So they had to go to the emergency room. And then Raphael flew off the handle when he found out that Ellie knew about his eyesight going bad and didn't tell him, and didn't even give her a chance to explain, and just fired her. So there's a little bit of bitterness there. And of course, other people have told him, that he overreacted, that yes, she should have told him, but there was, a reason behind it, is because the son asked her not to. And yeah, so his relationship with his son is kind of rocky right now, and it got even worse after he fired Ellie. So basically the son's not talking to him at all, and he canceled his birthday party because he's like, if Ellie can't come, I don't want to have it. And then they were going on vacation, and he told his grandma to cancel their trip because he wasn't going without Ellie. So the son is mad. I also did find out he's 8. I went back and checked. He's 8 years old. So now Raphael's like feeling awful about it and is like, okay, I got to get her back, because she is the only nanny that they've had who has had him come out of his shell and not be, because he was sad about his diagnosis and other nannies were not doing anything. And then she has been teaching him how to play music and working on teaching him how to read Braille. So he ends up groveling and asking her to come back, and she does. She's also a songwriter, and she wrote a song, and she was like karaokeing, I think, with somebody, and somebody found them and ended up basically asking the other girl if she, wanted to, write songs or, sing or whatever. And she ended up becoming famous and took credit for the song that Ellie wrote. So Ellie's like unsure about, writing music anymore, or, getting, hurt in the process. But she does, they end up, there's some big fundraiser tournament, soccer, I think it's soccer. There's some kind of sports game that they host for like a big fundraiser. And afterwards they all go out, to celebrate. And Ellie's at the bar and they have karaoke, and she sings, but she sings the original version of the song she wrote, not the one that was, that the girl put out. There was another musician there, like a famous musician there, that heard her and is like, wants her to write a song for him. And she's like, no, I can't. And he knows the backstory of her songs getting stolen. So that's where we're at now. Now they're getting ready to take off on their vacation because he rescheduled it. So they are off on a 2-week vacation to Hawaii, and she is afraid of flying. So that's where I'm at now, and it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it, but I will come back when I have some more thoughts for you. Good morning. I'm here with some updates. I feel like I've been reading this book for an eternity. It's so dang big. Why is this book 600 pages? This is insane. I feel like I read the first one way faster, but I feel like I liked the first one a lot better than this one. Not that I'm not liking this one. I just enjoyed that one a lot better. So I am a little over halfway through this, and they're on their vacation, and Raphael he's messing up. He's so hot and cold. Like, he is obviously attracted to Ellie, but doesn't feel like that's appropriate or that their relationship could go anywhere. And Ellie has attraction to Raphael. So on the plane ride over there, Ellie was like super scared, like almost crying, in tears, afraid of flying. And he was very sweet in helping distract her and keep her comfortable so that she could, get through the flight. They get there. They had a great first day. Everything's good. And then he ends up getting a text from his company that his ex-wife is going to be on their Zoom meeting, which apparently in their divorce, she ended up getting rights to part of his company or something like that. And he's like buying time to like buy her out or something. But he's like, wants to be there to make sure that, she doesn't say or do anything, that's going to mess anything up. So he ends up telling his son, he has to do this work meeting. His son gets very upset with him and pretty much cold shoulders him, doesn't talk to him for like a whole day. Cause like he was at this meeting and doing stuff with work like most of the days. Both Ellie and Nico were kind of upset with him, for doing that, without them realizing why he needs to do it. They're just thinking he's just working because he would rather be doing that than spending time with them. So he ends up apologizing. Everything's fine. So we're just going through, their vacation, things they're doing, conversations they're having. They're all connecting really well and having a great time. But then there's always something that Raphael says that upsets Ellie. Like, it's just always, he's just so hot or cold, or he doesn't know how to like filter what he wants to say. So while they're on vacation, Ellie finds out that her previous friend that stole her music ended up releasing another song that she had written. I don't know if she wrote it herself or if they wrote it together, but it was supposed to be like seal it up in the vault, throw it away, it's never going to be released type of song. And she released it. She's afraid to like go to court because this other girl's like obviously famous and has tons of fans, and then Ellie's like a nobody knows her. So she had spent a day like literally crying about this and being upset, and had told Rafael and Nico that she wasn't feeling good, so for them to go on their like day adventure without her. And so she stayed back and just like cried and was, you know, having a pity party and all that. But when they came back, they brought her like a care package, and he was just very sweet about it. And then there was like a hot tub moment and some flirting going on. They've, you know, admitted that they're attracted to each other, but then of course Rafael's like it could never work because she wants what he doesn't want. So obviously she's looking for her person to get married, have kids, and he is basically like done with all that, been there, done that. He doesn't want to do that. So that's kind of where we're at. That there's an attraction between them, but Ellie's like, what's the point? Because you don't want what I want. So why, we should not do anything. So that's where I'm at right now. So I don't know where the rest of this is going to go, but I will be back when I have some more thoughts on it. Good morning, friends. I am back with some updates. I finished this book last night and I really enjoyed it. So at first it was just kind of okay. I mean, like I didn't like it as well as the first one. Like right off the bat, I loved the first one, but I wasn't like not liking it. I was having a good time with it, but I did enjoy like the second half of this like a lot better. So they were on their trip, obviously doing things. I had mentioned that his son was upset, you know, because he wasn't being in the moment of them being on the vacation. So they did end up having a great vacation. They had, you know, a lot of conversations about things, and Rafael and Ellie kind of connected about, you know, some past insecurities they've had and things, you know, they revealed things to each other. A couple of things that may be triggers for people in this book. It does mention cheating. There is mention of self-harm, and then obviously the medical blindness issues that his son is having. So there are a little bit of heavier topics. They're not like really hit on hard on this, but if those are triggers for you, just know there is some spice in this. I don't know if it's as spicy as the first one, but I didn't mind it. There wasn't anything like, you know, cringe or anything. Obviously these are spicy romances. So we also do have kind of a subplot going on with Ellie and her writing career and her dealing with trying to get credit, you know, for the songs that she wrote. I thought that part was interesting. And then they venture into the discussions of, obviously they don't want to continue a relationship if she's the nanny, and like how Nico would feel about her not being the nanny, and what her relationship in their family is going to look like, and everything moving forward. I do love the relationship, the single dad, and all of the like kind of serious notes that come with that and things that happen. So yeah, this was a good one. 4 stars, definitely continuing. So this book did have characters from the first book, and I'm assuming the third book's going to continuation of those, an extension of all of those people. So definitely recommend picking up the first one before you pick this one up. So the next book I'm going to pick up for this vlog, it kind of seems like it may be out of place because those other 2 books were like spicy romances, and I'm pretty sure this is not, but still it's a romance. We're reading it. I want to get it read because it still looks very summery. So this will probably be my last summery romance read. So Recipe for a Charmed Life by Rachel Linden. Loved the first one. This writing is so tiny, y'all, so I am going to take off my glasses so I can read this. Don't mind my crazy eyes when I'm reading this, because sometimes I like have to like no judging, okay? No judging. All right. American chef Georgia May Jackson has one goal: to run her own restaurant in Paris. After a grueling decade working in Parisian kitchens, she is on the cusp of success. But in one disastrous night, Georgia loses her sous chef position, her French boyfriend, and her sense of taste. Renowned for her refined palate and daring use of bold flavors to create remarkable dishes, Georgia is devastated to discover her culinary gift has simply vanished. When she receives a surprising invitation from her estranged mother, Georgia flees to a small island near Seattle, hoping the visit will help her regain her spark in the kitchen. As she tentatively reconnects with her mom, a free-spirited hippie eager to make up for her past mistakes, Georgia realizes there is something about the enigmatic island she just cannot piece together. Good luck charms start appearing in the oddest places. Her neighbor is a puzzling antagonist and annoyingly handsome oyster farmer, and her mom keeps hinting at a mysterious family legacy. With the clock ticking and time running out to win her dream job in Paris, Georgia begins to unravel some astonishing secrets that make her wonder if the true recipe for a charmed life might look and taste very different than she ever imagined. It sounds really good. Obviously not in the same lane as the other two books I read for this. So I will let you guys know when I get this started and what my thoughts are on it. Today I'm getting ready to go to Costco. I need to get a fruit tray and a cake for my daughter's birthday. We are going to have a pool party today for her. Just kind of like a little small family, couple friends gathering at my cousin's house. And since I have been showing you guys what I've been getting for my birthday, I did get a couple more gifts for my birthday, one of them being this cute PJ set. My friend Gwen got them for me. They are so soft, so comfy. I love them so much. And then my friend Jess sent me Our Last Resort by Clemence Michaelon. I don't know if that's how you say it, but it's the author of The Quiet Tenant. And if anyone's read that book, y'all, it is so good. If you have not read it, you need to go read it. It is so good. So I have high hopes that this is going to be a good book. Okay, I will come back later, you guys. Bye. Hello, I am back with some updates on this book. I am almost 50% through and I am enjoying it. I'm definitely loving all the talk about cooking and ingredients and recipes. Super fun. No romance yet, but something is probably brewing. So we start off with Georgia in Paris. She's working at a restaurant and the head chef is her boyfriend of, I'm not sure how long it said, maybe 6 months or longer. And they live together. And her boyfriend is found in a precarious situation with another sous chef at this restaurant. And she's at work when this happens. And she ends up basically quitting on the spot. And at the time they're doing dinner service and there's a food critic that's in the restaurant, and one of the other chefs like overcooked something because of all the commotion that was happening, and he's like, oh, I gotta remake this, and she's like, no, we're serving it. And she literally served overcooked food to the food critic on purpose out of retaliation. So then she's like in the papers the next day because the food critic basically writes up his saying he can't give a good review because there was like an incident that happened, and it's like all over like what happened, and that she served him bad food on purpose, and so now like nobody like trusts her. So she's in the running to possibly have a job as a main chef at this restaurant in Paris. And the guy who's going to be picking the people, she's like, oh my gosh, he's probably not going to now. And so she goes to see him and basically tells him what happens, and he's disappointed, of course, and he's like, you know, that just kind of shows that you're probably not ready to own a restaurant because we have to put our feelings aside about things, and it's all about our customers and the food and not ourselves. And so he tells her, you know, get out of Paris for a while, go get yourself together, find your drive and your love for cooking again, because she hasn't been enjoying cooking as much, but she also has something going on with her taste that she's not able to taste some things all the time, which is one of the main things that makes her such a good chef, is that she literally can just pick up ingredients and know what they're going to taste like in a recipe and makes like fabulous food. And he said that he could tell lately that while her food is still good, it's not giving the same outcome as it was when he very first met her and trained her and, you know, tasted her food. So she doesn't know what she's gonna do. She ends up going to her friend's house, ends up looking through her email, finds an email from her mom, which she almost missed seeing. And her mom is estranged. She left when she was little and didn't give any reason for leaving, and basically said in the email, come to San Juan Island and I will explain everything about your heritage and about us, and it'll change your life forever. So basically she's like, well, what am I gonna have to lose? So she goes, and basically her mom says, you're welcome to stay as long as you want. So backing up just a smidge, she's been losing her taste. So some days she goes to taste something and everything tastes bitter. Doesn't matter what it is, it tastes bitter. But it didn't happen all the time. Well, then after the incident at the restaurant where she quit, the next day, like, everything tastes like that. She can't taste anything. She can't taste ingredients anymore. Everything she eats tastes bitter and gross. So she doesn't want to tell anybody about it yet, because obviously she's thinking it's going to affect, her life, because she can't be a head chef at a restaurant if she can't taste the food. So she hasn't told her mom. The mom has a neighbor that comes in. He's handsome. He's a little oyster farmer. So her mom asks her to make this dinner for them because, she's this great chef or whatever. And she's kind of freaks out. So she makes this dinner. It's delicious. But then they go to eat the dessert and it's awful because she put salt in it instead of sugar. So the mom chalks it up as that it was just a mistake because she buys her ingredients in bulk and she must have forgot to label it. And so she didn't know. And then Cole is like, well, why wouldn't you taste it before you used it to know if you didn't know if it was salt or sugar? Why wouldn't you taste it? So then she tells them the secret about her not being able to taste. So Georgia asks her mom, she's like, so what's the big thing that you need to tell me or whatever? And so Georgia tells her about something that is passed down in all the women in their family. They have a special magical skill set when it comes to ingredients and food and cooking or growing food or whatnot. They all have something different that they're able to do. I don't want to tell you specifically what Georgia's is because I don't want to spoil anything for you, but after people eat her food, they feel a certain way about something. So she's like, oh, she didn't put two and two together that was happening when people were eating her food. So that's kind of interesting. That's the magical realism in this book, because the first book also has obviously the magical lemon drop pie that has a magical element in it. But also, I didn't realize she's been finding 4-leaf clovers. And it has a significance in their family. They have an Irish heritage. And I wasn't putting that together, that there is literally, these are 4-leaf clovers on the front of the cover. So I love that because I'm Irish, but look at the inside on the pages. They have little clovers. I'm just now at the part where Georgia was getting suspicious of Cole and wondering why he was so grumpy toward her. And he does take her out and around. They're trying to figure out how to get her taste buds back, thinking that might be just that everything she's tasting is so bitter because she's bitter about life maybe, and that she just needs to take a step back and remember what her love of cooking is for her, and then maybe she'll get it back. So Cole ends up taking her out and about just to explore the island. Some people come up and are like, hey, I saw you at such and such. And he's like, no, you must be mistaken. And so she's trying to figure out who he is. He's hiding in his identity for some reason. And we just figured out who he is, but we don't know why he has now all of a sudden took himself off the map and has been living on this island as an oyster farmer for 5 years. I will come back when I have more thoughts on this for you. I'm back with my final thoughts on this book. So she's trying to get her senses back. So she's with her mom. She does an impromptu cooking thing at this restaurant. Something happened with the chef and they needed her to step in. And so she just cooked for the enjoyment of it. And so she is slowly starting to get her senses back, her taste. She's hanging out with Cole. She's kind of breaking his walls down. He obviously is hiding something about himself that she does find out. That gets revealed. It's not like a big deal. And then there is a secret that her mom has that also gets revealed, and it's going to impact like their future relationship. So the second part of this is just basically her figuring out what she wants out of life and which life she wants to have. This isn't really a romance. So I feel like The Magical Lemon Drop Pie was more of a romance than this is. This is more about like missed opportunities or missed relationships with a parent because of choices that parents made, not just with her mom, but also with her dad, and also about finding her way in life of like what she wants to do with her life and whether that's, you know, going to involve her parents or not, and with a little side smidge of romance. So I didn't mind it though. Even though this is technically a romance vlog that I started, I read this anyway. Okay, there was a little bit of romance in it, so it's still getting classified in this vlog. I loved The Magical Lemon Drop Pie. This one was good, but not as good as the first one. So I'm looking forward to the next book to see, you know, what we're gonna get with that. But overall, I still really enjoyed this book and everything and the messages that comes with it. All the food talk in this book. I love food. So I'm going to settle on 4 stars for this. Highly recommend picking it up. If you have not read The Magical Lemon Drop Pie, definitely recommend you read that one because it is a favorite of mine. You do not have to have read the first book. They're not connected at all. So recap, Till Summer Do Us Part. Hilarious. It's spicy. So good. 5 stars. Love Unwritten. Loved it. Definitely recommend reading the first one before you read this one because there are characters that cross over into this story. I gave this one 4 stars and then gave this one 4 stars. So I highly recommend adding any of these books or all of these books to your TBR. So let me know in the comments below if you have read any of these books. If so, how did you like them? That is it for this vlog. Thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you are not already. And until my next video, friends, be yourself, be awesome, be kind. Bye.